This song is called Alice's Restaurant. It's about Alice and the restaurant. But Alice's Restaurant is not the name of the restaurant, that's just the name of the song. And that's why I call the song Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Now it all started 2 Thanksgivings ago. It was on 2 years ago on Thanksgiving when my friend and I went up to visit Alice at the restaurant. But Alice doesn't live in the restaurant. She lives in the church nearby the restaurant in the bell tower with her husband Ray and Facha the dog. And living in the bell tower like that, they got a lot of room downstairs where the pews used to be. And having all that room, seeing as how they took out all the pews, they decided that they didn't have to take out their garbage for a long time. We got up there, we found all the garbage in there, and we decided it'd be a friendly gesture for us to take the garbage down to the city dump. So we took the half a ton of garbage, put it in the back of a red VW microbus, took shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, and headed on toward the city dump. Well, we got there, and there's a big sign and a chain across the dump saying closed on Thanksgiving, and we had never heard of a dump closed on Thanksgiving before, and with tears in our eyes we drove off into the sunset looking for another place to put the garbage. We didn't find one till we came to a side road, and off the side of the side road was another 15-foot cliff, and at the bottom of the cliff was another pile of garbage. And we decided that one big pile was better than 2 little piles, and rather than bring that one up, we decided to throw ours down. That's what we did. Drove back to the church, had a Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, went to sleep and didn't get up until the next morning when we got a phone call from Officer Obie. He said, "Kid, we found your name on an envelope at the bottom of a half a ton of garbage, and just wanted to know if you had any information about it." And I said, "Yes, sir, Officer Obie, cannot tell a lie. I put that envelope under that garbage." After speaking to Obie for about 45 minutes on the telephone, we finally arrived at the truth of the matter and said that we had to go down and pick up the garbage, and also had to go down and speak to him at the police officer station. So we got in the red VW microbus with the shovels and rakes and implements of destruction, headed on toward the police officer station. Now, friends, there was only 1 or 2 things that Obie could have done at the police station, and the first was that he could have given us a medal for being so brave and honest on the telephone, which wasn't very likely, and we didn't expect it. Another thing was that he could have bawled us out and told us never to be seen driving garbage around the vicinity again, which is what we expected. But when we got to the police officer station, there was a third possibility that we hadn't even counted upon, and we was both immediately arrested, handcuffed. And I said, "Obie, I don't think I can pick up the garbage with these handcuffs on." He said, "Shut up, kid. Get in the back of the patrol car," and that's what we did, and sat in the back of the patrol car and drove to the, quote, scene of the crime, unquote. I want to tell you about the town of Stockbridge, Massachusetts, where this happened. Here they got 3 stop signs, 2 police officers and 1 police car, but when we got to the scene of the crime, there was 5 police officers and 3 police cars, being the biggest crime of the last 50 years, and everybody wanted to get in the newspaper story about it. And they was using up all kinds of cop equipment that they had hanging around the police officer station. They was taking plaster tire track footprints, dog-smelling prints, and they took 27 8x10 color glossy photographs with circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. Took pictures of the approach, the getaway, the northwest corner, the southwest corner, and that's not to mention the aerial photography. After the ordeal, we went back to the jail. Obie said he was going to put us in the cell. Said, kid, I'm going to put you in the cell. I want your wallet and your belt. And I said, Obie, I can understand you want my wallet so I don't have any money to spend in the cell, but what do you want my belt for? And it said, kid, we don't want any hangings. Said, Obie, did you think I was going to hang myself for littering? Obie said he was making sure, and friends Obie was, 'cause he took out the toilet seat so I couldn't hit myself over the head and drown. And he took out the toilet paper so I couldn't bend the bars, roll the toilet paper out the window, slide down the roll and have an escape. Obie was making sure, and it was about 4 or 5 hours later that Alice, remember Alice? It's a song about Alice. Alice came by and with a few nasty words to Obie on the side, bailed us out of jail. We went back to the church, had another Thanksgiving dinner that couldn't be beat, and didn't get up until the next morning when we all had to go to court. We walked in, sat down. Obie came in with a 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back each one. Sat down. Man came in, said, all rise. We all stood up, and Obie stood up with the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures, and the judge walked in, sat down with the seeing-eyed dog, and he sat down. We sat down. Obie looked at the seeing-eyed dog. Then the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and looked at the seeing-eyed dog. And then the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, and began to cry, 'cause Obie came to the realization that it was a typical case of American blind justice, and there wasn't nothing he could do about it. And the judge wasn't going to look at the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one, explaining what each one was to be used as evidence against us. And we was fined $50 and had to pick up the garbage in the snow, but that's not what I came to tell you about. Came to talk about the draft. We got a building down New York City. It's called Whitehall Street, where you walk in and you get injected, inspected, detected, infected, neglected, and selected. I went down to get my physical examination one day, and I walked in, I sat down, got good and drunk the night before, so I looked and felt my best when I went in that morning. 'Cause I wanted to look like the all-American kid from New York City. Man, I wanted to feel like I wanted to be the all-American kid from New York. And I walked in, sat down, I was hung down, brung down, hung up, and all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things. And I walked in, I sat down, they gave me a piece of paper, said, kid, see the psychiatrist, room 604. And I went up there, I said, shrink, I want to kill. And I want to kill. I want to see blood and gore and guts and veins in my teeth. Eat dead, burnt bodies. I mean, kill. And I started jumping up and down, yelling, kill. And it started jumping up and down with me, and we was both jumping up and down, yelling, kill. And the sergeant came over, pinned the medal on me, set me down the hall, said, you're our boy. Didn't feel too good about it. Proceeded on down the hall, getting more injections, inspections, detections, neglections, and all kinds of stuff that they was doing to me at the thing there. And I was there for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. I was there for a long time, going through all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly things, and I was just having a tough time there. And they was inspecting, injecting every single part of me, and they wasn't leaving no part untouched. Proceeded through, and when it finally came to see the very last man, I walked in, sat down after a whole big thing there, and I walked up and said, what do you want? He said, kid, we only got one question. Have you ever been arrested? And I proceeded to tell him the story of Alice's Restaurant Massacre with full orchestration and 5-part harmony and stuff like that, and then other phenomena. Stopped me right there and said, kid, did you ever go to court? I proceeded to tell him the story of the 27 8x10 colored glossy pictures with the circles and arrows and a paragraph on the back of each one. It stopped me right there and said, "Kid, I want you to go over and sit down on that bench that says Group W. Now, kid." And I walked over to the bench there, and there's Group W is where they put you if you may not be moral enough to join the army after committing your special crime. And there was all kinds of mean, nasty, ugly-looking people on the bench there. There's mother rapers, father stabbers, father rapers sitting right there on the bench next to me, and it was mean and nasty and ugly and horrible and crime-fighting guys are sitting there on the bench. And the meanest, ugliest, nastiest one, the meanest father raper of them all, was coming over to me, and he was mean and ugly and nasty and horrible and all kinds of things. And he sat down next to me and said, "Kid, what'd you get?" I said, "I didn't get nothing. I had to pay $50 and pick up the garbage." He said, "What were you arrested for, kid?" And I said, "Littering." And they all moved away from me on the bench there to carry eyeball and all kinds of mean, nasty things, till I said, "And creating a nuisance." And they all came back, shook my hand, and we had a great time on the bench talking about crime, mother stabbing, father raping, all kinds of groovy things that we was talking about on the bench. And everything was fine. We were smoking cigarettes and all kinds of things until the sergeant came over, had some paper in his hand, held it up and said, "Kids, this piece of paper's got 47 words, 37 sentences, 58 words. We want to know details of the crime, time of the crime, and that kind of thing. You got to say everything about the crime, want to know the rest of the officer's name, and that kind of thing. You got to say." And it talked for 45 minutes, and nobody understood a word that he said, but we had fun filling out the forms and playing with the pencils on the bench there. And I filled out the massacre with the 4-part harmony and wrote it down there just like it was, and everything was fine. And I put down a pencil and I turned over the piece of paper, and there on the other side, in the middle of the other side, away from everything else on the other side, in parentheses, capital letters, quotated, read the following words: "Kid, you rehabilitated yourself." I went over to the sergeant and said, "Sergeant, you've got a lot of damn gall to ask me if I've rehabilitated myself. I'm sitting here on the bench. I'm sitting here on the Group W bench because you want to know if I'm moral enough to join the army, burn women, kids, houses, and villages after being a litter bug." He looked at me and said, "Kid, we don't like your kind, and we're going to send your fingerprints off to Washington, and friends, somewhere in Washington, enshrined in some little folders, a study in black and white of my fingerprints. And the only reason I'm singing you the song now is because you may know somebody in a similar situation. Or you may be in a similar situation, and if you're in a situation like that, there's only one thing you can do, is walk into the shrink wherever you are. Just walk in and say, 'Shrink, you can get anything you want at Alice's restaurant,' and walk out. If just one person does it, they may think he's really sick and they won't take him. And if two people do it in harmony, they think they're both faggots and they won't take either of them. And if 3 people do it, 3, can you imagine 3 people walking in, singing a bar, Alice's restaurant, and walking out? They may think it's an organization. And can you imagine 50 people a day? I said 50 people a day walking in, singing a bar, Alice's restaurant, and walking out. And friends, they may think it's a movement. And that's what it is. The Alice's Restaurant Anti-Massacre movement. And all you gotta do to join is to sing it the next time it comes around on the guitar with feeling. So we'll wait till it comes around on the guitar here. Sing it when it does. Here it comes. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. That was horrible. If you want to end war and stuff, you gotta sing loud. You could put a lot. I've been singing the song now for 25 minutes. I could sing it for another 25 minutes. I'm not proud or tired. So we'll wait till it comes around again, and this time with 4-part harmony and feeling. We're just waiting for it to come around is what we're doing. You can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Accepting Alice, you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. So walk right in, it's around the back, just a half a mile from the railroad track. And you can get anything you want at Alice's Restaurant. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, at Alice's Restaurant.
Peace train sounding loud, glide on the peace train. Biseka, come on, peace train.
I've been happy lately, thinking about the good things to come, and I believe it could mean something good has begun. I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's going to come. Someday it's going to come. Come take me home again. Come on, peace train. Someday it's going to come. Come on, peace train. Come take me home again. Peace train sounding loud, glide on the peace train. Come on, peace train. Isekaya, 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 Isekaya. 'Cause out on the edge of darkness, there rides a peace train. Oh, peace train, take this country, come take me home again. Well, I've been smiling lately, dreaming about the world as one, and I believe it could be someday it's going to come. Someday it's going to come. Come take me home again. Come on, peace train. Someday it's going to come. Come on, peace train. Come take me home again. someday, someday it's going to come. Now I've been crying lately, thinking about the world as it is. Why must we go on hating? Why can't we live in bliss? Isekaya, Isekaya, Isekai, Isekai, Isekaya. Peace train sounding louder, light on the peace train. Come on, peace train. Someday it's going to come and take me home again. Come on, peace train. Someday it's going to come. Come on, peace train. Come take me home again. Come take me home again. Come take me home again. Come take me home. Come take me home. Come take me home again. Someday it's going to come. Come take me home again. Come on, peace train. Come take me home. Come take me home again.
Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? They say in Harlan County there are no neutrals there. You'll either be a Union man or a thug for J.H. Blair. Which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? My daddy was a miner, and I'm a miner's son. He'll be with you, fellow workers, until this battle's won. Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Sing it! Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Oh, workers, can you stand it? Tell me how you can. Will you be a lousy scab, or will you be a man? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on? Which side are you on? Come, all of you good workers, good news to you I'll tell of how the good old Union has come in here to dwell. Tell me, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on? Tell me, which side are you on, boys? Which side are you on?
Thank you, people. God bless you. Good night.
The swimmer sleeps below the surface, floating slowly in clear water, drinking sunlight
does this river belong to anybody I know? Can I fish just a little beneath my body and soul? To sit and to dream on the riverbank, let my mind relax and let my consciousness be easy and free.
You said I love it to me, and I don't know what that means. So I froze on my feet. People use it so carelessly, and I couldn't believe that you were diving so deep. And you said perfectly everything I've been feeling about you. It's time to break the chains that held me back from you. So come on and take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, I really don't mind. Just please don't misplace it. Take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, baby, be mine now. Baby, be mine now. Maybe it's time we put our hearts in a parallel line. Well, I was never the type to put it all on the line, but I've been changing my mind since you opened my eyes. It was the way that the light picked you out of that night. Then you were right by my side, put a soul in my body, and now it's time to close the space between the two of us. So come on and take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, I really don't mind. Just please don't misplace it, and take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, baby, be mine now. Baby, be mine now. Maybe it's time we put our hearts in a parallel line. Oh, baby, it's time. It's time. Take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, I really don't mind. please don't misplace it and take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, baby, be mine now. Baby, be mine now. And take a little bit of my heart tonight. No, literally don't mind. Just please don't misplace it and take a little bit of mine heart tonight. No, baby, be mine now. Baby, be mine now. Maybe it's time we put our hearts in a parallel line and put our hearts in a parallel line and put our hearts in a parallel line.
Living on the road, my friend, what's gonna keep you free and clean? Now you wear your skin like iron and your breath's as hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one, it seems. She began to cry when you said goodbye, sank into your dreams. Well, Pancho was a bandit, boys. His horse was fast as polished steel, wore his gun outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Well, Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico, and nobody heard his dying words. Oh, but that's the way it goes. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him hang around out of kindness, I suppose. And Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up in Lefty's mouth. The day they laid poor Pancho low, Lefty split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, there ain't nobody knows. And all the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away out of kindness, I suppose. Well, the poets tell how Pancho fell and left his living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends, we're told. Pancho needs your prayers, it's true. We'll save a few for Lefty too. He just did what he had to do, and now he's growing old. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose. A few great federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so wrong out of kindness, I suppose.
Well, the little man walked up and down to find an eating place in town. He read the menu through and through to see what 15 cents could do. One meatball, one meatball. He could afford but one meatball. He told the waiter near at hand the simple dinner he had planned. The guests were startled, one and all, to hear that waiter loudly call, what? One meatball. Everybody, one meatball. Hey, this here gent wants one meatball. You know, the little man felt ill at ease. He said, some bread, sir, if you please. The waiter hollered down the hall, you get no bread with one meatball. One meatball.
he had. And in his dreams he hears that call. You get no bread with one meatball. One meatball. And no spaghetti. One meatball. Well, you get no bread with one meatball. Let's try it one more time now. One meatball. A little louder. One meatball. That one was groovy. You get no bread with one meatball.
Orange skies, carnivals and cotton candy, and you, and I love you too, you know I do. Nightingale, prettier than anything in the world, and I love you too, you know I do. Yeah, you make me happy, laughing, glad and full of glee, and you don't have to try, girl, for you it comes so naturally, like you're in my orange skies, carnivals and cotton candy, and you, and I love you too, you know I do. Yeah, you make me happy, laughing, glad and full of glee, and you don't have to try, girl, for you it comes so naturally, like you're in my
John Henry was a little baby sitting on his papa's knee, and he picked up a hammer and a little piece of steel, cried, a hammer's gonna be the death of me, Lord, Lord, hammer's gonna be the death of me, cried, a hammer's gonna be the death of me, hammer's gonna be the death of me. Now the captain, he said to John Henry, I'm gonna bring that steam drill around. I'm gonna bring that steam drill out on the job. I'm gonna whop that steel on down, down, down. Whop that steel on down. I'm gonna whop that steel on. Gonna whop that steel on. John Henry told his captain, Lord, a man ain't nothing but a man. But before I'd let your steam drill beat me down, I would die with a hammer in my hand. I would die with a hammer in my hand. I would die with a hammer in my. I would die with a hammer in my hand. John Henry said to his shaker, "Shaker, why don't you sing? 'Cause I'm swinging 30 pounds from my hips on down. Just listen to that cold steel ring. Just listen to that cold steel. Just listen to that cold steel. Just listen to that cold steel ring." Now the captain, he said to John Henry, "I believe that mountain's caving in." John Henry said right back to the captain, "Ain't nothing but my hammer-sucking wind. Ain't nothing but my hammer-sucking wind. Ain't nothing but my hammer-sucking wind. Ain't nothing but my hammer-sucking wind." Now the man that invented the steam drill, he thought he was mighty fine. But John Henry drove 15 feet and the steam drill only made 9, Lord, Lord. Steam drill only made 9. I said the steam drill only made. Said the steam drill only made. John Henry hammered in the mountains. His hammer was striking fire. But he worked so hard, he broke his poor heart, and he laid down his hammer and he died. He laid down his hammer and he died. He laid down his hammer and he died, Lord, Lord. He laid down his hammer and he died. Now John Henry had a little woman. Her name was Polly Ann. John Henry took sick and had to go to bed, and Polly Ann drove steel like a man, Lord, Lord. Polly Ann drove steel like a man. I said Polly Ann drove steel like a. Polly Ann drove steel like a man. So that red Monday morning, when the bluebird began to sing, you can hear John Henry a mile or more. You can hear John Henry's hammer ring. You can hear John Henry's hammer. You can hear John Henry's hammer. You can hear John Henry's hammer ring. You can hear John Henry's hammer. You can hear John Henry's hammer. You can hear John Henry's hammer. You can hear John Henry's hammer ring.
When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. And there's a backwards old town that's often remembered so many times that my memories are worn. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Well, sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison down by Adrie Hill, where the air smelled like snakes and we'd shoot with our pistols. But empty pop bottles was all we would kill. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River, where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Then the coal company came with the world's largest shovel, and they tortured the timber and stripped all the land. Well, they dug for their coal till the land was forsaken. Then they wrote it all down as the progress of man. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train is hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. And Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lays? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
Well, I'm gonna send you one by one. One for the little bitty baby was born,
born in Bethlehem.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
I'm gonna send you 2 by 2, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby was
born, born in Bethlehem.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
Well, I'm gonna send you 3 by 3, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for the Paul and
Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby was born, born in Bethlehem.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
Well, I'm gonna send you 4 by 4, 4 for the 4 that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew
children, 2 for the Paul and Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby was born, born in Bethlehem.
Well, children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
Well, I'm gonna send you 6 by 6, 6 for the 6 that never got fixed, and
5 for the gospel preachers, 4 for the 4 that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby was born, born in Bethlehem.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
Well, I'm gonna send you 8 by 8, 8 for the 8 that stood at the gate,
7 for the 7 that never got to heaven, and a 6 for the 6 that never got fixed, 5 for the gospel preachers, 4 for the 4 that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little baby was born, born in Bethlehem.
Children, go where I send thee.
How shall I send thee?
I'm gonna send you 10 by 10, 10 for the 10th commandment,
9 for the 9 all dressed so fine, 8 for the 8 that stood at the gate, 7 for the 7 that never got to heaven, and a 6 for the 6 that never got fixed, 5 for the gospel preachers, 4 for the 4 that stood at the door, 3 for the Hebrew children, 2 for Paul and Silas, 1 for the little bitty baby was born, born in Bethlehem.
is all I can hope to control. Letting my life be lived for the good, good of my soul. Let it bring peace, sweet peace. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. Oh, my own life is all I can hope to control. Letting my life be lived for the good, good of my soul. Let it bring peace. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. Peace will come. Let it begin with me. With me. With me.
Beer in my hand with the koozie, Yeezy's on, feeling back wounds bougie. We got whiskey to drown, whatever's got you down and whatever else to keep you moving. Daisy Dukes dirty dancing on tailgates, getting rowdy round here on this red clay. Whoever you're texting, that ex you still mess with, we shutting it down like Broadway. Getting our party on, mixing drinks too strong. Got a mixtape playlist playing everything from Dre to Jones. We'll be here all night, live by the Miller Lite. If you see the Coens and the Coleman and the KC's burning like neon, then you know that it's party on. That is party on. Been blue collar working all week long to flip a cup or lose it all on some beer pong. You can BYOB or BYOG, level up to the level we are. Getting our party on, mixing drinks too strong. Got a mixtape playlist playing everything from Dre to Jones. We'll be here all night, live by the Miller Lite. If you see the Coens and the Coleman and the KC's burning like neon, then you know that it's party on.
Gang, there's a party going on. Heard they caught a girl, so I brought them all along. I heard a DJ playing hits, told him play the song. Brought my own cup, someone pour up the Patron. Jordans on my feet, but the country staying with me. Backwoods the flow, so you know we blend dippy. Tailgate downtown, checked up, can't miss me. Singing loud out here, can't you tell by the
Getting
Willie?
our party on, mixing drinks too strong. Got a mixtape playlist playing everything from Dre to Jones. We'll be here all night, live by the Miller Lite. If you see the Coens and the Coleman and the KC's burning like neon, then you know